Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Model Kit Beginner. Today we have a look at the biggie. It is the Honda F1 from Tamiya, and the scale is 1 to 12. Camera hardly gets high enough to get it. Here you see what's on the side. There we have a very nice picture of it. Another stylized picture of it, and that's what we have. 1 to 12 identical scale. There you go. So what I think we're going to do, we have a quick look what ScaleMates has to say about this, and get a little bit into the history. Here we go. Now, if we scroll up here, we see here the Honda F1, very nice. You see it's 1 to 12. You see the kit number, which is the BS1211, which is what it says on my box. And it apparently should then be the 1973 one. However, the sharp-eyed of you might have seen that on my box there's a black sticker which says 1983 re-release. Popular demand. Yeah, let me read exactly what it says there. 112 Big Scale Series limited edition re-release by popular demand. As a black one. I've also seen photos with the white one, which is 1986 re-released by popular demand. I still believe it is the original 1967 version of the same kit. And there are people who are not quite sure if that was the first or one of the first 1 to 12 racing car models from Tamiya, but it certainly is an early one, 1967, where the molds made. This, as I say, is a 1983 re-release, and I think we should open this big puppy and see what is in the box. Here you go. Oh, maybe I should transition over so you can see as well. Here we go. Right. Now here we have the instruction sheet, which has a bit of a tear in here. I bought that on Facebook Marketplace for a pretty good price, so I'm not too chinked about this. We can fix this. We have sprues right over here. We have sprues right over here. Lots of the stuff is loose, so we need to be careful once we open this up. We have white sprues right over here. Need more space here. More white screws, they're racing driver. We have black sprues, also with loose parts. We have a white loose sprue. Come to that in a minute, why that is. We have a nose. We have a piece right over here. I'll get to that in a second. We have wheels and exhausts in this particular bag. I'll have a look at that just now. And then we have tires. We have pipes. We have other metal parts. We have springs. Even seem to have a bit of a tweezer over here. And I will not open this. I looked already, the tires feel a bit soft, but yeah, you will have to forgive me that I will not open this. And then we have, obviously, the somewhat yellow, but not cracked decals. Right, now, let's get rid of that box. And as we always do, I think I can get a bit lower down here, so this is not so much in my way. We have a look at the instruction sheet. Honda 1 to 12, identical scale. We have a quick look here at the history of the Honda F1. You know, the old Tamiya instruction sheets with that friendly chap in the top here, this guy, talking about telling you all about it, telling you how to get your stuff together. I love those written instructions, always very nice. Here you get the body together. Here we look at those springs, which we just had a look at, which are real springs. And rest of the body, inscriptions here on the right side, what colors you have to do for the parts. Here the engine, obviously the main part of a Formula 1 car. Then look, there's all this construction of the transistor box. Wow, wow, that's quite something. Right, and then here's the completed transistor box. Chrome silver for all these parts. Here we get to the interesting part, we get of the assembly of the body and the frame. Here we look at the figure and other stuff right over here. I think I have this, I've seen this somewhere. All right, we'll have a look at that just now. How everything gets together right over here. Then we have the page where it tells us what to do with the decals, depending if we are choosing John Surtees or Ginter. Right, and here are the sprues, or some of them anyway, which gives you all the parts and the description of the parts here on the side. If you're not quite sure what is this, you have it there, and then more parts and sprues right over here. Wonderful. Then the decal sheet, we just had a quick look here. Let's get a little bit further down. Here we go. Decal sheet actually doesn't look too bad. Slightly yellowed, but not bad at all for the age, I must say, and certainly not cracked. So we might, you know, a bit of clear coat over it. We might be able to save these and use them. Then here are the tires. We just had a look at those. Beautiful, beautiful, soft. We have the for all the cables inside the car and the piping. There's more pipe right over here. Here we have the two metal springs, or four metal springs, two for the back, two for the front and back tires right over here, and they are branded Goodyear, as you can see right over here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Here on the side they even tell you that you can even get figures for those who can change the tires. Quite simple. Right. Then I told you we will have a go at this part of the gentleman. I bought it from, obviously started with the very first part and then stopped again. So this is just what he glued together. The rest of the sprue is right over here. White sprue, body parts. Here you go. All looks nice and fine for a 1967 mold. Shall we have a look at the chrome and the wheels? Yes, I think we should. I think we should indeed. Just opening up the plastic bags. Get everything out of here. Here we go. We have the wheels, which are very nicely chromed, not overly chromed, so not, you know, mirror shiny, but very nice wheels. And with a bit of luck, why did they attach it here, not at the back? But in those days, that's just what they did. With a bit of luck, we might get away with it and do not need to re-chrome them. We'll see where we are on that one. Right, then we have this chrome piece here, also mixed together with a black sprue. Let's just get everything out here. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, we made it. Here we go. Put that black sprue to one side for a minute and have a look at the chrome parts right over here. There are seams, so there obviously there needs to be some dechroming to be done. Some of the parts. example, these long stems here, I can see seams. You don't want those. Seams over here. I don't know if you can see it, yeah, but there are seams. So they need to be dechromed and rechromed. Well, that's okay. It was to be expected. But otherwise, chrome is nice. Maybe we can leave the chrome on these. We will see. We will see as we go. But yeah, get ready to have seams on some of the chrome parts, which obviously means you will have to dechrome them, get them nice and smooth, and then rechrome them. So while we have this one out, see the seat, oh, huge, eh? And front radiators over here, right over there, seats, huge seats over here. I think that's the gear lever. I remember in the old days when we watched Formula One, on one Monte Carlo they had to shift 24 times per lap. Amazing. Obviously that was with clutch and shifting. No pedal shifting in those days. I guess this is the cockpit right over here. Let's get that a bit closer. Here you go. Otherwise, I must say, there's not too much flash. Very, very light. And I had to unpack this one to get to the wheels so we can have a look at what I would assume are exhaust pipes of some description or some other pipes as well. Here we go. Right, where were we? Ah, yeah. Here we go. Let's have a look at this one here, which has the inner nose, I would assume, and some other parts, very small parts over here, which I don't even try to say that I know where they go to, because I don't. Right, we have the engines right over here. There's Honda written over it here. Should you forget where it belongs to? There we go. Let's get everything out. This part came off. There we go. Yeah, let's dabble in the parts first, which there's one here, very nice. Then we have, looks like half a gearbox right over here. Other parts which I'm sure belong to the engine. And this one was loose as well. Right, let's put them all into the boxes so we don't lose it. Then we have other engine and engine compartment parts, the other half of the gearbox. This looks like a top of the engine. Side wheels are actually, cocks are imprinted. Here's the steering wheel. Gives you a good idea of the size. Well, wait, you can't see it. Here we go. There it is, steering wheel. Has another probably oil radiator if I had to guess. Valve covers right over here. So these seem to be engine parts. I think these should be brakes over here, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, looks all very nice. I must tell you, for a 1967 kit, it looks very, very nice. I mean, it doesn't look rough. I mean, if you look at the 1967 AMG kit, it's a rough thing. This isn't. A bit sharp on the edges, but if you look at the nose, very nice, very smooth. Actually, there's no seam whatsoever all around it, which is amazing. Really is. Here we go. And we're having this one over here. This is the body. Some parts are loose. Let's have a look. There's some raised detail. Obviously it's always so there won't be too much sanding going on before I prime this. Because you obviously don't want to lose that raised detail over there. You can see it again. see it over here. And then obviously, let's get some light onto the subject right over here. Yeah, there's some raised decal. Then part of the cockpit over here and other parts, side parts, body parts. Here we go. All very nice, all very clean. Then the glass was just chucked in with a white sprue, which is very 1967. Obviously, that's not something you want. Here we go. Still looks good and clean, so it's not a... Luckily, I can now repack it a bit more careful way. And then last but not least, we have the figure. Don't think I need to unpack that. Here we go. Huge, 1:12, nice and big. And alright, detailed. Looks cool. Like it. Wow, I'm telling you what, this is quite the kit. Big, lots of parts, historic. It's quite something. I'm really impressed. And as I said, I might have told you, I got it for a reasonable price, which is very good. I'm sorry, which is very good. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't pay $200 for this. But here we are. We had a look at the Honda 112 Formula One from Tamiya, originally from 1967. This is a reprint of the 1974 version, and that was reprinted in 1983. This is the black label I was talking about. Here you go. You can see that it says limited edition re-released by popular demand. And then it says 1983 there where my thumb is. I say there's one with a white mark like that, which says 1986. Right. I hope you liked it. I really was quite excited when I got it, and I thought I'll need to show you. And here it is. Thanks very much for popping in. Hope you guys have a good time. And greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.